On this development in the Senate, let's talk to legal practitioner Jide Ologun, who joins us live from Ikeja. I'd like you to begin with some clarification on the position of the Constitution as it regards to separation of powers. What are the mechanisms for resolving issues, for instance, within the judiciary? One would expect that the National Judicial Council, for instance, has a responsibility of discipline erring judicial officers. How far do you think legislators can go in this regard?
Basically, we have three arms of government. We have the executive, we have the legislative, and of course, we have the judicial arm. And right now, the judiciary is the one on the hot spot. And by way of internal mechanism, we have the National Judicial Council, but interestingly also, the CJN of the Supreme Court is the chairman of the council. So can he probe himself? And we have come to the point now where the pinnacle of justice dispensation in the country is faced with the trial of justice. So it's a kind of relief somehow that the CJN has opted to resign. And having said that, the National Assembly has the oversight function to find out what is going on within the system. One of the reasons may be to amplify the muzzle of the National Assembly. Another one will be to see how the National Assembly can come up with laws to prevent issues like this, perhaps by diffusing the powers available to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and see how they can create a meaningful working environment for the justices in that environment. And again, I want to ask, given the several probes that have been given in this country, what have we achieved? Recently, NDDC was being probed by the National Assembly, and after they decided to off the mic, we've not heard so much from that region. And again, are we now saying that the law enforcement agencies that have the powers to go and investigate are deeply asleep? Because if you look at Section 15 of Section 5 of the Nigerian Constitution 1919 as amended, it says expressly that the state shall abolish corruption, all corrupt practices, and abuse of power. And if you look at the allegations of the 14 justices against the CJN that just resigned, it borders on corruption, it borders on high-handedness, it borders on a paucity of accountability. And these are allegations that have direct bearing on the performance of the justices. It was Lord Chief Justice Hewart that remarked about 100 years ago that justice should not only be done, but should manifestly and undoubtedly be seen to have been done. So can we, and with the complaints that came out recently, can we claim that the Supreme Court of Nigeria, that is the highest point of obtaining justice, is capable of delivering justice to the people?
Are you saying, Barrister Ologun, that given the matter and the level at which this protest letter was written, there are no internal mechanisms or structure that can deal with these allegations within the judiciary, and that is why an intervention is needed from another arm of government?
We have the internal mechanism. Like I said, the National Judicial Council is there, but these complaints were against the Chief Justice of the Federation, who himself is the chairman of that council. All right. So and like we say in law, you cannot be a judge in your own case. And that would have led to having to allow the memo to filter into the public space. And my position now is that if we go back in history, it was an allegation that was prompted against the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, Walter Onohe, of inappropriate declaration of assets. And before we knew it, there was an order of mandamus, ex parte order obtained for the president to suspend him, even though constitutionally that wasn't the appropriate pattern of pulling him out of office. And even when he was brought out of office, if those allegations were weighty enough to remove him from office, why has he not been prosecuted? And this is the issue with Nigeria. He has not been prosecuted. And if you permit me, I'll also take us to EFCC, that even has power to go and investigate some of these allegations now. The former acting chairman of EFCC, Magu himself, was removed from office based on some terrible allegations. Today, he has not been prosecuted. He has even been promoted. And for those who have been monitoring the Supreme Court gate right now, the CJN who just resigned has also been honored by the president. So are we now fulfilling the expectations of Section 15, subsection 5 of the Nigerian Constitution as amended, that says the state shall abolish? It did not say that the state may abolish or will. The state shall abolish all corrupt practices and abuse of power, except we are saying that what
there is no track record to rely on with agencies of government following through with such probe. We'll see how all of this play out, but we have to go now. Jide Ologun, legal practitioner, joins us live from Ikeja in Lagos. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you. God bless Nigeria.